When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got...
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. 18 Gators. 50. Watch the screen. 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 Ready, ready.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. Here we go, D, all day, defense, all day, all day.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Play action now. Prescott. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here we go, 46, 46. Check, 55, 26.
To throw is Prescott. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 17 yards to pick up there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On play action, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick here is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making...
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And intriguing decision there, defense. Despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
There we go. 480. Bandit. 49. Chill.
First down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. A second down throw for Prescott. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Here's Prescott, and caught by Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 down. Hey, go. 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, no, look, we got Mike set. 50, huh?
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go again.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Complete. It's Henry. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. They go play action here on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Protein spill.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return on this one as that kick's out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Prescott to throw it. Oh, Prescott stripped. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. Prescott going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And a little floater there is incomplete. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No. We're going to 54.
Throwing on second down. Prescott being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now Prescott, screen pass to Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Prescott. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
We got this.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Johnson, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You don't want this.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 88 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run here with Lindsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Prescott going deep to the end zone for Juju. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Looking to throw. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. It's going to be a long
To throw, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
218, chop it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15.
Switch.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go. 46.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You got him.
Play action now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Prescott now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Lindsey. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Pick me up. Here we go. Jumper. Hey, kill.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pick...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Bring it. Bring it. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Intended that time for Cooper. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Another run by Lindsey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
You ain't going nowhere. Sure.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Fresno.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 12-yard line.
Down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man, complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation